Throughout the entire book of Project Hail Mary, the narrator, Ryland Grace, describes Rocky as a person. He describes Iridians as people. Rocky's people, the people on Arid. And I find this very interesting because here on Earth, a lot of humans don't view other humans as people. Think of all the horrible things that have happened throughout our history. All the war, the genocide, the same things that Strat was worried about when she was talking to Grace about how important this mission is, how bad it's going to get on Earth. Do you really think that all the world's nations are going to divide the food equally? No, they're going to fight each other for it. The book is a piece of optimistic fiction, right? That this is like what we would hope would happen, the outcome we would hope to happen. That we save the world and astrophage is defeated and so on and so forth. But that's not how the world works. Or at least it could be how the world worked if we worked together efficiently. If we... Can you see her? Hi, Winnie, you're on camera. You're on the camera. Yeah, that's my cat, Winnie. She is the best cat. She is optimistic fiction. She is optimistic nonfiction. Because she exists. And she is the best girl. And this is how I talk when I talk to her and when I talk about her. And I should probably do the rest of the video in this voice. Okay, by Winnie. Project Hail Mary is a piece of optimistic fiction. The outcome of the story, how the story goes, is how we want it to happen. How we would like it to happen. It's a feel-good story. And that's not how the world works. It should be how the world works, but it's not. Because there's a value to personhood that we do not like to give out willy-nilly. We are very stringent with it. We are hoarders of personhood. And I wish it wasn't that way. I wish people were people. I wish everyone we saw, no matter what they looked like, no matter the life they lived, no matter where they came from, were people. That we said, these are factors that make a person, and it is intelligence and autonomy and a desire for happiness and a desire for, I don't know, whatever life they want to live. And I wish that was the only deciding factor in what made a person. And I wish that we cared more about people than the spaces between them. I wish that we didn't govern the way that we do. I wish we had... What do I mean by the spaces between people? This is a phrase that has been in my mind for the last few weeks, and I felt it so viscerally. I've had this thought so clearly, and I can't think of how to describe it. When it came to me, I was talking to my friend about organized religion. And this is not the video to be talking about organized religion, so I'm not going to talk about it, but and there are so many other examples that I could think of to talk about it but I can't think of them. It's when we decide what's best for everyone. There's a video by Vsauce that is probably one of my favorite videos of his, called The Future of Reasoning. And in that video, he talks about hyper problems, which are problems that face everyone, that do not have a single solution, cannot have a single solution, and trying to give it a single solution will hurt many people unevenly. For example, climate change. We pump substances into the air that allow visible light to pass through them. But when that light radiates back off the ground and tries to escape the earth as heat, they don't let it pass. And that creates a greenhouse effect, the same as glass, where light passes through the glass, but it doesn't let heat through. And so heat builds up in the greenhouse, and it gets hotter and hotter, potentially with a runaway effect. That is what is happening on Earth. And this is a hyper problem because I could come up with a solution that would help me and the people closest to me. But if we force people on the other side of the world to enact that same solution, it will not work, and it will hurt them. And it also is difficult for us to really understand this because we think very immediately. This is not going to affect us. It is affecting us in small ways now. Our weather is getting more extreme. It's like 90 degrees in March in some places. But this is going to have more effects on people that are far away in both time and space. And so we don't have a single solution for this. There is no single solution to this. And if we did try to give a single solution to it, that would be the space between people. We would be working for the idea of people, not the people themselves. We would say, this worked for us, and so these people on the other side of the world, it'll work for them, because we care more about the idea of them, the number going up of this is how many people we helped, than actually helping the people, than asking them, did this help you, and not ignoring them when they say no. Iridians in the book Project Hail Mary are people, and I wish all humans were. I wish we acted that way. They are all people, but I wish we acted that way. I am terrified. I am terrified of the world we live in. Project Hail Mary is such a beacon of light, but it's just a laser pointer. I could grab a laser pointer and make Winnie run around the room, but she's not chasing anything. She thinks she is, but she's not. We're chasing happiness. We're chasing a good story that doesn't exist. It exists in this book, and it exists on the screen, and so it must exist in real life, but it doesn't. We have to make it exist, and it doesn't. I'm being so nihilistic. I'm being so pessimistic about this. It's such a good book, and it's such a good movie, and I love it so much. It makes me so happy. But that happiness takes away from the fact that I should be feeling horrible. That there are people that the book, that the readers of the book and the watchers of the movie say Rocky is a person. But then the people that come into this country and perform a misdemeanor aren't people. It is insane to me. It's absolutely insane to me. I was gonna write a script for this, and I was gonna have it be all poetic and beautiful and stuff, and instead I just turned on the camera and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking talk, and I did. And I was gonna be like, there's gonna be two parts of this video. The first half is gonna be me talking about Project Hail Mary and Personhood, and then the second half was gonna be a review of the movie. And I don't care anymore. This shit just pisses me off, and I feel so horrible about the world, and boy, the book and the movie did a really good job of making me feel good for a while. But when you think about it, it's just, I'm not saying that that this is intentional on the part of Andy Weir or the production team of the movie or anyone that decided to make the movie. It's a beautiful story and it's a beautiful book and it's a beautiful movie. But me talking about it takes away from the fact that we should be talking about other things. How can Ryland Grace feel more empathy for a five-legged spider than we feel for Hispanic people? That's the thesis of this video. Fuck ICE. Fuck this fucking world. That's it. That's the video. I'll talk to you guys in whatever video I make next. Did I take my meds? I need to take my meds. Jesus Christ. If this video tells you anything, it is how important these things are to me. It is why I started this channel to begin with. Part of it was because I wanted to make money and so I wouldn't have to get a job, and YouTube is a dream of mine and whatever. But the other part of it is empathy. If you ever come across anything on the internet that says this person did a horrible, evil thing, and it's because they are a horrible, evil person, and people like them are horrible, evil people, ask yourself, why? Why are these people horrible and evil? You will either come to a reason that is not because of their characteristics, but because of what other people have done, or you will find that there's no reason. And so you're wrong. They are not horrible and evil people. They're just people. And it's a statistical anomaly that these people happen to be, that you see these people do bad things more often than anyone else. It's a statistical anomaly. It is either manufactured by people intentionally wanting you to see it that way, or it is a result, like I said, of what other people have done to them. Empathy. Please